Hi, it's October 25th. I call it the belly of the beast because I'm in the basement of the elephant, or, my childhood home. Good morning. I've done a lot of work last night. I was up till about 2 o'clock in the morning and I pushed myself until I couldn't go anymore. Yeah, I'm tired. I'll show you what I did and what I'm doing right now. I wanted to capture this before I got any further because it's interesting. It's interesting. I guess I don't know what's happening here, but my phone seems to be glitching out. I'm hoping I'm recording this. Yeah, so we're back to square one. What it seems like square one for this basement area. You can barely see the light on the other side of the basement, which is how it started here. There was a mountain originally that climbed right up to the ceiling that went all the way back to that back wall there where you see the blue bins. I'm consolidating everything from the basement on the floor, that's on the floors in the basement, and the other 3-4 spaces, I guess you can call it. And it's here now. This is the last of it for the basement. I've got these lockers full with cuckoo clocks and cassette tapes and reel-to-reels and whatever else. Every inch of storage space that I could use for the smaller stuff I used. These were empty beforehand, that cabinet. Now it's full with clocks and all the different sorts of stuff. There's approximately 80 clocks, no, not quite that many clocks, maybe about 50 clocks in this space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stereos, 6, 7, 8 stereos and radios, plus the transistor radios that are around in here. We've got posters that I don't even know what's on them. I'm probably travel posters, who knows. I might want to just take advantage of them just to pretend like I'm on vacation somewhere. Let me show. Here's some of my OCD showing. Before cluttering up the workbench again, I sorted through everything, and these are all the drill bits. Sorted through and organized it so everything matches anything. Everything's together. Oops. There's my OCD for sure showing with Allen keys. Found this. I was approximately 3 years old when this photo was taken. I look back at it and think 45 years ago, boy, it was a wonderland back then. Childhood was magical. It's kind of cool looking at that photo. It's definitely not the life I'm living today, but that's what childhood is supposed to be about, right? Found more tools in the closet here when I opened it up, when I cleared the space. But so far, this is all I have left to deal with in the basement. That cabinet there, the table that you see in the corner there, and I'm right now scraping up the remnants. There's the carpet that was in here. I'm scraping up the underpad that, after all the years of pressure, has now stuck to the floor, so I have to use a trowel because I have nothing else to use to get that up. I'm down on my hands and knees picking that up. I have that piece to move still, this piece, the chair, those tables and the boxes to move in this room, and then this will be the first time this space has been empty in my lifetime ever. Seeing all the walls, all the walls in this space is pretty fabulous. To see this much floor space, you can dance in here, you can have a party in here. It's cool, it's it's very depressing to go through this kind of thing. It feels like it's never going to end. 4.5 years later, I'm at this point where I'm seeing bare walls, bare floor, scraping rug off because I can't, before there was no way possible to deal with the rug because everything was sitting on it. My mom, God bless her, she was trying to clean the rug and I said, Mom, like, just don't even bother. Don't even bother. She was bending over. She's, you know, elderly. She shouldn't be bending over. She's at risk of falling every time she picks something up. And she was going OCD over the rug and picking up all the little bits and pieces. It's like, Mom, I'm just going to roll it up and throw it in the garbage. It's useless. It's dirty. It hasn't been cleaned in the entire time that it had been sitting underneath all this stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of dust and dirt on it and a lot of debris. And you'll see a lot of debris here. Like I have, my dad was collecting acorns for some reason. I have acorns all over the floor when they spilled when I was working on this space. I figured there's just no point in cleaning anything up that falls like that because I'll just have to sweep the floors and wash the floors anyway, so I'll take care of it then, and that's what I'm doing now. Here's an example of what you find under a hoarded, the amount of dirt. This is how dirty it gets after years of hoarding. Things sit in the same spaces, dirt collects in the air and then settles down around the things that are sitting there, the stuff. Fortunately, the walls aren't too bad. You know, that's an exterior wall. I don't see any leaks. I just see dirt that's accumulated on the stucco. This is a 1955 build. I don't know when the stucco was applied, but yeah. Here's some interior walls, and you can see the dust, dirt kind of here that's accumulated on the walls. Here's a good example of how dirty it can get. You get the dirt over here too, from under a wardrobe that had been sitting there for at least 48 years. I'm 48 years old. I don't ever remember that wardrobe being moved from that spot. Not to say that it never happened, it's just I don't remember it, and that's okay. Yeah, I'm yelling. I got this area lit up now. Today I will be, the new floors come tomorrow, 9 a.m., between 9 and 10 a.m., and all of this needs to be, just the floors need to be clean. They need to be cleared and cleaned and ready for the new flooring that's going to go over top. I've chosen to go with a linoleum sheet because these are asbestos tiles. And if anybody knows anything about asbestos, they're dangerous. They're also extremely expensive to have removed. So I'm putting a linoleum sheet to seal them in and tuck them in and keep anything from becoming airborne or cracked or anything like that. A patch job will be done there. What else can I say? One of the hardest things with when you're dehoarding a property is the lack of help. And you will get help, maybe. It will be sporadic. Yesterday I had a few people come and help me. They picked up a couple of pieces, lifted it, moved it, and then left me after, you know, going through their own treasure hunt, seeing, you know, what there is. And that's typical. It is so typical. And when you're sitting here, you're lonely. You're very much alone in doing this, if you're doing it like I am. Unless you hire professionals, which in a lot of cases with hoarding, you don't get a chance to do this because there's no money left. All the money went into the stuff, and to hire a professional becomes very, very expensive. I do have a professional organizer that I pay $45 an hour to when she's helping me with stuff. Otherwise, she's really, I love Christine. The best thing I ever did was hiring a professional organizer because Christine keeps me accountable. She keeps me working at it. She motivates me. She cheers me on when I have small successes and large successes. You should see her how excited she gets when she sees something like this. And I hope Christine gets to watch this because she has never seen this space empty, and she knows how much work went into this room and to do everything that I'm doing here. It's really hard for me to be back at what seems like square one, because this is almost as bad as it was when I first started the project. You can tell, like, there's in the other room you can hear echoes because of the acoustics, and it's hollow. When you're in a space where it is hoarded, the sound doesn't carry, it gets absorbed by the stuff. And this is a very large room with a lot of stuff and one toilet. Well, I've talked about that toilet in previous videos. I'm not even going to address it again. Yeah, this is our laundry area. Again, that's a large space where we have a lot of stuff, and nothing is carrying to the back as far as noise is concerned. We're back being where the washer is. Everything. It's not a safe space anymore. It was yesterday. For a few brief moments, I had the floor space so cleared down that I was ecstatic about it. But I didn't want to get too excited because I knew this was going to be the next step. And it will go off, most of it will go off to auction. It will be repurposed in some way or shape or form if it's not going to auction, or it'll go to donation. It feels like hell to have something that I had been so successful with in clearing and having it full again. Other than a couple of pieces in this space, I carried every piece from the next room over here. Carried, pushed, hauled, lifted, whatever. This is what I'm using as my scraper right now. Thank God I noticed it, because I wouldn't have noticed it before. But anyway, I'm back to work. I got to get this carpet done. I have a few things that needs to be taken care of today. That's outside of this realm of the elephant, and I want to get as much done before I leave. You guys have a great day. Here's to eating your own elephants. Remember, it's one bite at a time. Focus only on the one thing that's in your hands and get it out. Get it moved. Get it, deal with it. You have to deal with it. You have to, you got to pare down. You got to declutter. Otherwise, an elephant can grow very quickly. Anyways, it's How to Eat an Elephant.